Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about one of the questions I get asked the most and one of the most misunderstood topics in the whole immigrant community. Why are applications taking so long? Is it because of visa processing times or visa unavailability? What is the impact of Trump's policies? Do people crossing the border affect visa processing? And what exactly is the Visa Bulletin? There is a lot of misinformation about this. If you don't know me, my name is Ram Koulen. I've been working as an immigration attorney for over 20 years, helping thousands of people and families through the complex US immigration process. In this video, I will clearly explain the difference between visa processing delays and visa unavailability and help you understand what's really happening and if there's anything you can do to expedite the process. So why are green card cases taking so long? Let's start with the main reason many people don't realize: the lack of available green card visa numbers. This is called visa number availability or unavailability. Each year, only a fixed number of people can receive a green card under US law. This applies to both category-based family and employment green card applications. When too many people apply in the same category, those who apply later must wait in line until a new set of visa numbers become available. Because these numbers are determined by law, there is no way to skip the line or speed up a case when visa numbers are not available. You simply have to wait for your return. Exception to this rule is the minor children, parents, and spouses of US citizens, because they are considered immediate relatives of US citizens. There is no set number for these relatives. The second problem why cases are taking so long is the processing times. How long it takes for USCIS, the National Visa Center, or the consulate to review your file. This delay depends on the volume of applications, office workload, and sometimes background checks. You can try to reduce this delay using premium processing or expedite requests or congressional inquiry if your case qualifies. There are some common misconceptions in why a case may take long. A very common myth is that green card delays happen because too many people are crossing the border. This is not true. Border activity has nothing to do with green card visa numbers. People entering through the border do not use the immigrant visa numbers reserved for family or employment-based categories. Most of them enter the system through asylum offices or immigration courts, not USCIS visa processing. The only exception where this might have an impact is for affirmative asylum cases, because some of the same officers handle both affirmative asylum and credible fear interviews for people who entered the country through the border. So again, the slowdown is not caused by the border. It's about the system's capacity, workload, and limited visa numbers. And just to be clear, I'm not making a political statement here. I personally don't handle border or asylum cases, so I'm speaking purely from the perspective of visa and green card processing and their numbers. I just want to give you accurate information about why cases are delayed. If you want to talk about why the cases at the courts taking so long, now that has something to do with people crossing the borders illegally and busying the immigration courts. I previously mentioned visa unavailability, and I want to talk about what Visa Bulletin is and the importance of it. The Visa Bulletin tells us whether visa numbers are available for your category. If you have a pending green card case, it's one of the most important things to understand. I will shoot a separate video explaining exactly how to read the Visa Bulletin, so if you're tracking your own case, make sure to watch that one too. Even if your petition is approved, you may not be able to get your visa right away if your visa number is not current in the Visa Bulletin. That's because every green card category and every country has a limited quota each year. The Visa Bulletin is published monthly by the US Department of State. It includes two main categories: family-based green card applications, employment-based green card applications. And within those, there are many subcategories. For example, F1 is for US citizens' unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21. F2A is for green card holders, spouses, and unmarried children under the age of 21. F3 is for US citizens' married sons and daughters. And F4 category is for US citizens' brothers and sisters. For employment-based cases, EB1 category is for extraordinary ability individuals, professors, researchers, and multinational executives. And EB2 is for professionals with advanced degrees and individuals with exceptional ability or individuals who will work in the national interest of the United States. EB3 category is for skilled workers and professionals and also unskilled workers. EB4 category is for religious workers and certain special immigrants. And EB5 category is for immigrant investors. When you file your case, your receipt notice will list a priority date. This is the date Immigration or Department of Labor received your application. If your priority date is current in the Visa Bulletin, your visa number is available. If it is not, you must wait until it becomes current. Department of State also publishes 2 charts every month: Final Action Dates chart and Days for Filing chart. If you are inside the US, USCIS will announce which chart applies that month. If you are outside the US, your date must be current under the final action dates before the consulate can schedule your interview. October 2025 Visa Bulletin is a good Visa Bulletin to give you some examples. In the October 2025 Visa Bulletin, the final action dates for F2A family category advanced nearly by 2 years. This caused a lot of confusion. It is important to note that the visa numbers may move fast, they may not move at all, or they may even retrogress. Department of State analyzes the number of visa applications every month, announces the priority dates on the next Visa Bulletin accordingly. We usually expect a big change at the October Visa Bulletin since it is the first month of the new fiscal year. So did Trump affect all immigration cases? Another common misconception is that everything got harder under Trump. That's not entirely accurate. It is true that certain policies made some areas more difficult, but not all. For example, family-based cases, perm labor certifications, status adjustments inside the US, and visas such as L1 were not significantly affected during this time. So I think it is important not to generalize things, but evaluate each application with its own boundaries. Always evaluate based on the specific visa type, not broad political assumptions. So let's say your visa number is available, but it is taking so long for USCIS or consulate to get back to you. What are some of the methods to fasten your process? First of all, there is the expedite request. If your case is pending and taking too long, you might be able to request an expedite. USCIS or the embassy can sometimes process cases faster if you qualify under specific reasons. There are 4 main criteria for an expedite request, and you have to prove one of them. Severe financial loss to a company or a person, for example, losing a job or contract due to delay. Urgent humanitarian reasons, such as medical emergencies or safety concerns. U.S. government interests, for example, if your case supports a government project or public benefit. Clear USCIS error, if the delay was caused by an agency mistake. Expedite requests are discretionary, meaning they are not guaranteed, but if well documented, they can make a difference. Always include supporting evidence when making your request. The second method of getting the cases moved is getting help from representatives. Contacting your US Senator or Congressional representative about your case. Every member of Congress has staff who handle constituent immigration inquiries. They cannot force USCIS or the embassy to approve a case faster, but they can request a status update, submit an inquiry, or sometimes push for review if your case is outside of normal processing times. It's one of the most effective and legitimate ways to get attention on a stalled case. The third method would be premium processing for certain cases. For an additional fee, USCIS guarantees a faster response time on certain petitions and applications. But that timeline is not always 15 business days anymore. Some cases get 15 business days, others 35 or 45 business days, depending on the form. Here is how it breaks down. 15 business day premium processing, the fastest tier. USCIS guarantees a decision, approval, denial, or an RFE within 15 business days for these forms. Form I-129 for employment-based non-immigrant petitions like H-1B, L-1, O-1, TN, E-2, and others. Form I-140 for employment-based immigrant petitions such as EB-1A, extraordinary ability, EB-1B, outstanding professors and researchers, EB-2 or EB-3 with an approved perm labor certification based on a job offer. There are some other cases where 30 business day premium processing is available. USCIS recently expanded premium service to some additional forms with a 30 business day response time instead of 15. That's Form I-539, applications to change or extend status for dependents. Also Form I-765, certain employment authorization applications. If you're using premium processing in one of these categories, You pay an extra fee and USCIS must decide on your case within 30 business days. The last category is the 45 business day premium processing, which is for EB2 national interest waiver. These are self-sponsored green card applications filed by people who they think will be working at the national interest of the United States. Important note, premium processing only speeds up USCIS's decision on the specific petition, does not make visa numbers available faster or speed up any background checks. For example, if you're filing in the EB2 national interest waiver category and your priority date is not current in the Visa Bulletin, premium processing will not make a visa number open up sooner. It will only help you get your petition approved faster so you are ready when the date becomes current. So let's summarize. Visa unavailability means your green card category is not yet current in the Visa Bulletin and there is nothing you can do to speed that up. You just have to wait your line. Processing delays happen due to backlogs, bureaucracy, and high workload, but may be shortened through premium processing, expedite requests, and congressional inquiry if you qualify. A long wait doesn't always mean your case is slow. Sometimes it's just that no visa numbers are available. Processing time and visa quota are the two separate factors that together determine how long you will wait. I hope this video helped answer your questions clearly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think might need it. And please leave your questions in the comments. I'll try to answer them as much as I can.